everybody, and thanks for joining Stamp with Tracy for tonight's Wow Wednesday. Tonight I'm going to be working with the bundle that is available in our celebration brochure. You'll find it on page 14, and it's called Softly Sophisticated Bundle. And with that bundle, you get the stamp set as well as this awesome embossing folder. I know I gave you a little peek of this last week, but I wanted to actually make it my project for tonight and really show you some beautiful stamps that can be done with it. Some beautiful cards and things. I'm actually going to be taking the ideas pretty much from some of the samples here in the catalog. Again, that's on page 14 of the celebration brochure. And this is the stamp set that goes with it. I absolutely love it. It says, "Hello there, you're in my thoughts, and I really appreciate you." And tonight I'm going to be using this stamp set here, and then this one here that lines up with it. And this is the embossing folder, and I absolutely love the design that you get from it. It's so pretty and textured. Hopefully you can see that on here. And it is called the Softly Sophisticated 3D Embossing Folder. I'm also going to be using the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. And this is several different colors and shades of purple gems. And you can find those in our new January mini catalog. And I'm going to be using the dies from Color and Contour. Color and Contour is a stamp set with matching dies that's been around for a while, and I'm using that today as my piece that I'm going to be stamping on. So I'm going to start out with my garden green ink and ink up the stems. And I love the way that this lines up, and you'll get a chance to see that. And then the flowers I'm going to do in Gorgeous Grape. And they line up, I'll show you. This little bud lines up right in here. And then the flowers line up in there. Again, this is Gorgeous Grape. And I chose this Gorgeous Grape because I'm using the Fresh Freesia as my color for my card base and my embossed sheet. And I know that this goes really well with that. Looks like I got just a little bit off to the side here, a little bit of ink. I'll see if my little magic eraser here can remove some of that. Lighten it up at least a little bit. This is a mono ink eraser that I ordered online. And if you get to your ink mistakes pretty early, you can usually catch them and get most of them out of the way there. Okay, and then we're going to stamp You're in My Thoughts, and that's going to be in the Gorgeous Grape as well. And that's going to be off to the side here. I love how those colors go together. That's Garden Green and Gorgeous Grape. And then we're going to take and use dimensionals and add this to our embossed piece of Fresh Freesia. Try to center that right there. And then I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals again. Whoops. and put that on my Fresh Freesia card base. So this piece here of the Fresh Freesia is 4 by 5 1/4. And my card base is 8.5 by 5 and 8.5 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So that's just 1/4 of an inch smaller. So you can see how that just pops up on there. Nice and simple. And then we'll go ahead and put some of those gems on there. Grab my Take Your Pick tool. I'll do one of the larger ones there with this smaller one there, and then an even light smaller one up in here. And that just adds a beautiful little bit of bling to it. So nice and quick and easy and simple. Now this item is available with a $100 order, and it is a bundle, so you get the stamp set and the embossing folder. And then there were a few more that I made. I actually made the samples from, very similar to what's in the catalog, and I wanted to show you those. So the first one is the just simple basic, this piece of thick basic white, and ran this piece through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with that embossing folder. And it's really nice because it has that nice little line on it. So you want the label up top, and I just line up that line. If you can see that black line going across there. Just make sure you have that nice and straight. And then you run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That would be just this. Nothing else would be on there at the time. And you don't need another sheet of paper. So this is really a simple one. So you have your 8.5 by 5 1/2 thick white card base. And then I used the Color and Contour dies again. This one I stamped with Garden Green and Crushed Curry. And the hello there was stamped with Pecan Pie. And I took a piece of linen thread and wrapped it around there and tied a bow on it. And then, as what it shows you in the celebration brochure, is stepping this one up. So basically, I did the same thing here, ran this through the embossing machine, my card base, 8.5 by 5 1/2. But then I took my blending brush and my petal pink, and I colored with my blending brush. I went all the way up, but I did heavier, as you can see, much more color down here at the bottom. And then the rest of it at the top, as I went up, got lighter and lighter and lighter. I think that really, really was pretty. And I used the Color and Contour dies again, used the larger one, stamped this with the Garden Green, and then I stamped with the Crushed Curry, and then I also stamped again the double set of flowers on some scrap paper and fussy cut those out and popped them up on dimensionals. Another of the tags from the Contour and Color dies, and stamped You're in My Thoughts, again using the Pecan Pie. Did wrap some of that thread around here, going into each one of those loops, and then making a nice big bow, and added this on top. So this is added with dimensionals, and then this is on top of it again with dimensionals. So this one really pops and has a lot more to dress it up. So there's very simple, dressing it up a little bit. And again, here's a nice simple one that was so quick and easy. Let me move it over a little bit and see if we can get it all in there. So loving these items in our celebration brochure. Hoping you're enjoying them as much, and just wanted to remind you for Wow Wednesday, don't forget to like and comment so you have a chance to win 2 cards from tonight's video. Again, like and comment for a chance to win 2 cards. I will have my January host code in the description with tonight's video. If you're placing an order, I'd greatly appreciate if your order's under $150 to use that host code. Of course, if it's over $150, don't use my host code, and make sure that you collect your Stampin' Rewards as you're placing your order before you finalize it. Again, you can get this nice bundle of the Stampin' Cut Emboss 3D folder, as well as this lovely stamp set, Softly Sophisticated, with a $100 purchase. Thanks so much for joining me. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact me. Don't forget to like and comment. Happy stamping!